Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about my hospital bag. So I'm actually only 34 weeks and a couple of days, but I had a midwife appointment last Wednesday and she said, I mean, who knows, but she said get your hospital bag packed this weekend. So last night I didn't get a chance this weekend, but last night I started putting some bits together, and last week I actually bought a few bits that I needed. So what we are taking is, Chris is just going to take a rucksack. We're also taking a wheelie suitcase. It's one of those cabin ones that you can take on board an aeroplane, just so you know the size, so it fits into there. It's got wheels, so that's brilliant if you're running around the hospital. You do sometimes change rooms and so forth, so it's just going to be easier for Chris. I'm not going to carry it, let's be honest, but for Chris to wheel it along. So that's actually got baby bits and bits for me. And then this is more what we would consider the labour bag, I suppose. Just a bit of background, this is baby number 3. First one was emergency C-section and the second one was a natural birth. So I think I've got it nailed on what I need, but I'm one to sort of overpack, not ridiculously, but if it gives you a little bit of comfort during that time, why not take it? As long as you can carry it and it's easy, hence why we've taken something that can go on his back and then something he can just wheel along. Nice and easy, take it, fit it. If it fits in, take it. What I didn't want is bags and bags and bags and bags and bags, you know, not too ridiculous. So I'm going to go through what I suppose is the labour bag. In the front pocket, got a hair clip and a hair bobble, just in case. You never know what time you're going to go into labour or anything like that. And then, oh, and another bobble. I've got headphones. With the other two, I practice hypnobirthing. I've been quite bad with it this time, but I am hoping to start soonish just to practice it. So if I want it during labour, if my labour's quite long, I obviously used the techniques on both births, but I actually listened to stuff when I was in labour with Jackson, because it was like ridiculously long labour. And also I thought for afterwards, you just never know how long you're going to stay in hospital. With Florence, I had her at 2:30 and I was out the next day by 12. And then Jackson, I was about 4 or 5 days in hospital, and that's a long time. And do you know what, if I can just either speak to someone on the phone easily, like with that, like hands-free, or watch a YouTube video or whatever, I thought they might be useful. And then also, which is very useful, is a charger. So this is just actually a spare one that I found. So yeah, just a charger for me or Chris, to be honest. Then with Jackson, he was back to back. Florence was back to back, but she actually turns at the very last minute. So when I go into labour, I feel all of it in my back, like, and it's so sore. And more so with Jackson than with Florence, just because it was a lot quicker. Chris massaged my back a lot, so I've just bought, it's actually an Asda's Little Angel head to toe oil. I don't know if this will work, but just, it was a cheap massage oil, I thought. So just that. Then I've got a flannel, just in case I need, I don't know. I've never used one. I've used them afterwards, but I thought just in case I do need it, I'm going to put it in there. Then something, actually, this is something I've never used during labour. But everybody always says your feet get cold and you never know. So I just thought they're quite small. So I'm just going to chuck in a pair of fluffy socks. They are white. I wouldn't recommend white in labour, but these are so old and tatty, I just thought I'll throw them anyway. Something, these are actually still from Florrie, from her labour. They may actually even go out of date, but do you know what, for what we need them for, they'll be fine. This one's, clearly we used that one, this one's brand new. But it is body and face coolers. Oh, they feel really cold already. But it just, like, you can spray it over your face or your body or whatever, and it just cools you down. With Jackson, I used it during the labour because you get really hot and blah blah. I actually used it with Florence afterwards when we went to the other room, because they were all newborn babies, they have to keep them really warm, and it was so hot. I remember, like, this is literally because I only spent one night in hospital. I was so hot that night. It must have been to do with the labour and everything else as well, but I was just spraying this over my face just so I could cool down for a little bit. Then in here we've got a bit of a feast going on. So with Jackson, they say you want food during labour. So with Jackson, I must have had one Jaffa cake and Chris must have had one cereal bar in, I think it was about 16, 17 hours of labour. And then afterwards, I wasn't actually very hungry, but I think it was because I had an operation. But then because we were in for 4 or 5 days, I think it was 5 days, or it was like on the 4th day, we literally got home at midnight. I was going home. I didn't care. I was going home. But because I was in there for so long, I actually got really hungry. Like, we got hungry, you know, we ate the food as we went because it was for 4 days. They do give you food in hospital, but just some stuff to give you a bit of energy. And then with Florence, after labour, I was starving, absolutely starving. It was complete opposite. Like, I couldn't stop eating. All I wanted to do was eat. So I've just packed quite a bit of stuff, whether I eat it during the labour, after labour, when I get home, when I'm doing those night feeds, or whatever. So, also, the other day, we were like, oh, Flo's a bit quiet upstairs. Came upstairs. She'd ripped open all the packets and was trying to open up the plastic bits. Cheeky. So, got some Jaffa cakes. They always recommend Jaffa cakes. Supposed to be good for, like, giving you energy. Nice and easy to eat. So, I got those. I also got some sweets. And I also got, again, she got into the bottom of these one, Belvita breakfast bars. And again, I can get people to bring me stuff in, but it's just, I want everything to be as easy as possible. I want my 2 kids at home to be, like, looked after more than I am, you know. So I'm just making it easy for everybody. Then I bought, there's actually 2 more in here, so there's 4 Lucozades. The Caribbean Crush flavour. I don't really like the original ones, so these ones are quite good and just give you a little bit of energy. And like I said, even afterwards, when your body needs a pick-me-up, you're tired, you're trying to breastfeed, you're trying to do, well, you don't have to breastfeed, but I breastfed, and, you know, just trying to master being a new mum again, of a newborn. And that is it. Actually, one more thing that I want to stick into there is some straws, because it's just easier that Chris can open this and just let me sip some. So that's that bag. But I have also got a few bits that I haven't packed into there because I'm using it at the moment. But I made a list, just because either I'm going to be in a rush or Chris is going to have to do it, because I'm not going to be in a real fit state to be doing a bag. But obviously my notes. You have to take your notes. They're downstairs now because we're still using them. We're still going to, you know, I'm still early, so we're going to midwife's appointments and all sorts. Water bottle, and then camera and charger. So that is also going to go into that bag there. Then over to the big bag. In the front pocket, I have got flip-flops. Like I said, the hospital gets really hot because of all the newborns. It's just nice to walk around on flip-flops and, yeah, just feel a bit more comfortable. And also it's great for the shower. The hospital, both times I've been into the hospital, you know, I've been really impressed, but it is communal showers. Then I'm not going to show you what's in this pocket, but it is giant black pants. I've just gone to Primark and just bought really cheap ones. The bigger the better. Obviously black, you do bleed after giving birth quite a lot, and it's just, yeah, bigger the better. Then, should we go on to the baby bits? Pack of nappies. These ones are 22 nappies. That's not going to last you very long. With Jackson, we had to buy more nappies. But with Florence, we barely used them because we were barely in hospital for, you know, weren't in hospital for very long. What I like about this, though, is that it's just in a packet. It's sealed, it can't get dusty, it can't get, you know, dirty or whatever. So whenever I do open them, I know I'm going to start using them. So I just think having those is better. I have got some more bigger packets and things like that at home, so if I need any more, like with Jackson, Chris can just bring it when he comes, or there is an Asda opposite our hospital, so he can go in and pick up those. Then water wipes. I have never used cotton wool and water on my babies. I just couldn't imagine cleaning up that first poo with them. So these are 99.9% water and a drop of fruit extract. They are really good. The only thing I would say about them is because they are so water based, they do tend to leak, so maybe take like a sandwich bag to stick them in. That's what I used to do in my changing bag so they wouldn't leak everywhere. Then I have got 3 new baby grows for this boy. I've got it came in a set, so I've got blue striped one. This one has got cars, bears, dinosaurs. I just really thought they were really cute. And this one's a bit more of like a geometric print. Dinosaurs. Is it just dinosaurs this time? Yeah, just dinosaurs. Those are just the 3 brand new ones. We don't need much for this baby, and I'm not doing special outfits and things like that. With Jackson having an emergency C-section, I just want to make things easy. That's something I learned straight away. Some people are really lucky and get the birth they want and everything like that. So I'm just going really simple. 3 baby grows, keeping it all really simple. Nothing, you know, I don't care which one he wears first of all. It'll be easier for Chris, anything. And then if we need more, like I said, if we're more in hospital more, and Jackson was really sicky baby and went through so many clothes, Chris can just come home and we've just got loads of clothes already from Jax anyway. So that's that. I've also just got 3 vests just to keep him nice and cozy. And then I've bought 4 muzzies. I find these really useful. You can either just lay them down underneath them, or use them when you're feeding or mopping up sick. Like I said, Jax was really sick and we went through so many of these when we were in hospital, because we were in hospital longer as well. So they're quite small, so I thought I'd just bring 4. And then I've got 2 blankets. One of them is one of those giant muzzies, so I can do some swaddling if that's what he likes. Jax never liked it, Florence loved it, so, but these ones are so handy, so handy. And then I've got a bigger grey blanket. This one actually I've had for all 3 of my kids in hospital, so it's a special one, so I like it. Yeah, so just self-explanatory blanket. Then for when we go home, I actually brought Jax home in this and I love it. It's actually only from Asda and I really like it. It's just a blue sort of velour zip up snowsuit. It's not too thick because Jax was born at the end of March, and that's why it's like brand new, because it was there, we were going into spring, it was hot, he never wore this, apart from coming home from hospital. This baby's due beginning of March, so it potentially could be a little bit colder, but like I said, I've got the blankets and all sorts. And then I've just got a changing mat, well, it's like one of those ones that it's like soft material ones, so I can stick it in really easily and just keep the bed sheets clean. The only thing left for the baby, and this is one of my biggest advices. When I was pregnant with Jackson, never planned a C-section, didn't want a C-section, but ended up with one. And when we went in for an emergency C-section, they said, we need a nappy and a hat. And I'd sorted out all these gorgeous little outfits and all of this, but I bought him hats, but just plain white ones, or I've got given them. They were lovely, but like there was nothing wrong. And I just felt like, oh, he doesn't have, I don't know. Do you know, it's silly little things, isn't it? But he didn't have like a little hat. So with Florence, when I was pregnant with Florence, and for this baby, I bought her and I bought this one, just like a little special little hat. So if I do end up, he's going to wear it anyway, but if I do end up going for a C-section, he has like a really cute little hat. The only problem with that is, I'm not quite sure where it is right now. I definitely bought it. That was the first thing I bought for this baby. I was like, I need to buy the hat. It's silly, I know, but it's just something that's always stuck to me. So a hat, always remember a cute hat. And then that is it. That's everything I bought for the baby. Like I said, we've got all of Jackson's old stuff at home, and I'm sure he's going to be bought loads of stuff as well, and nappies and bits like that, so Chris knows where everything is. Right, onto my stuff. Maternity pads. I bought these in Wilko's just because that was my nearest shop when I thought about it after my appointment last week, so I bought those. Can't tell you if they're brilliant or not. That's it. And then dirty wash bag. You can just bring a sandwich bag. You can just bring a plastic bag, but we've just got these that we use when we go on holiday and stuff like that. So it's quite handy that if I'm in hospital for a few days, I can just be like, give this to Chris and he can go home, wash it and bring me back some clean stuff. And then, right, so these are pyjamas, and these are brand new pyjamas, and a lot of people might be like, why are you buying brand new pyjamas for after labour? After you've given birth, it just feels so nice to just stick on some lovely, clean, like new and giant pyjamas. It's just so nice. These are huge sizes, 14 to 16. You want them bigger. You're not going to suddenly disappear and be into your pregnancy size. It just, yeah, makes you feel so much better. Again, I bought these from Primark, really cheap, but it makes you feel so much better, a million times better. So I've just got one pair. If I need more, I have got pyjamas now, so Chris can just bring me some more. But yeah, just packing one for the moment. Towel, need a towel. This one's a really old one. I actually think this is from when Chris was at uni. So it's probably about time I threw it out. Not worried if it gets really dirty or, yeah. So you need a towel. Then I have bought toiletries. So I'm going to zip through and explain everything. Generally, most people's milk doesn't come in until a few days, but just in case, I don't know, it does, I have got some breast pads. Got 2 toothbrushes. We have electric ones at home, that's why I've got these ones. I've got a pack of 2 so that if Chris needs any or needs one, I've got one for him as well. I've done that every time actually, and he's never needed it because he's always, they go home, but just, you never know. Hairbrush. I've got a face cream. This one's a really nice one. This is an Origins one, and I've actually used this one. My mum got me that for my birthday, so well, she got me in like a little set, and that was one of them. Love that. Dry shampoo. You need a bit of freshening up, and just, do you know what, some of these bits are just to make you feel a little bit better, and I think why not after you've just pushed a baby out. Then I just got some wipe away the day, just cleansing facial wipes. I don't generally use these, but I thought they are really good. You never know when, I might not even have any makeup on, or I might do, depends on what time I go into labour. Deodorant, face wash, oh, toothpaste, 2 little shampoos. I did the same with Florence, but I never used them because I was in and out so quickly with Jackson. I washed my hair at least once when I was there, so do come in useful. Then I've got antibacterial hand sanitizer, like a sensitive skin body wash, nothing too fragrant, just in case you have any stitches. Talking about stitches, this my sister-in-law gave me, and it's spritz for your bits. So I've never used it, but it is calming and soothing. It's basically, if you've had stitches, it's supposed to be really good, and she got recommended it and raved about it. Like, the person that recommended it raved about it, and she raved about it. So, and also the nipple cream. If you're planning on breastfeeding, this is essential. It's a really small bottle. It is quite expensive. Yeah, I think early days, both kids, I think this is the reason why breastfeeding was easier. It's the Lanoso, is that how you say it? HPA, Lanonin, for sore nipples and cracked skin. So you basically put it on every time. You don't need to take it off when you breastfeed your baby, but yeah, there you go. That's a lot of nipple talk in this video. And then that's everything in there. So what I will do is, actually, it's right here. This is my makeup that I use every single day. So when I go into labour, I'll just throw this into my bag. You don't have to put any makeup on, but you know what? There's loads of photos being taken and you don't feel too great after birth about yourself. Slapping on a little bit of mascara and a little bit of BB cream made me feel so much better. So I'm gonna take it. Then is, oh yeah, the most important thing is going home outfit. Now, I don't have much maternity stuff. I don't have ampoules and ampoules of, you know, maternity bits. When I go into labour, I put on the most comfiest clothes I can possibly imagine. I then pack another uber comfy outfit. So it'll be something like my maternity leggings, because you don't know what labour you're going to have, you're still sore, and also you're not going to fit, well, you might do, but generally you still look about 6 months pregnant. So yeah, maternity leggings and like a big jumper for going home, and that will be perfect. So I'm just going to pack that when I go. So that is it. Quite a lot, but not too much. The only other thing we are going to take is the car seat, and if we can, or I'll get Chris to bring it the next day depending on how long I'm in hospital, I may bring my breastfeeding pillow. I had it both times. No, I didn't have it with Florence. I had it with Jackson, and it's just really nice to have that pillow, like that extra support when you're feeding. It's just a bit easier. So I might throw that in the car. It depends on how it all starts, my labour, and how quickly and everything else like that. So it depends. I hope that helps some of you in deciding what to take in your hospital bag. I have also done a blog post with just it all written down, so I'll link that below. Thanks for watching. Bye.